Properties of matrix multiplication. So first is the matrix multiplication is associative. Matrix multiplication is associative. That means if A, comma B, comma C are three matrices such that AB and BC are defined. That means it is defined under matrix multiplication rule. Defined. Then AB into C is equal to A dot BC. That means we are saying that AB and BC is defined, means the number of, so if we take A is a M into N matrix, then B should be N into P matrix. Matrix multiplication is defined only if the number of column of first matrix is equal to number of row of second matrix. In similar way, if B and C is defined, that means B is of order of N into P and C is order of N into Q. So the number of column of B is equal to number of rows of P. यही पे हमारा मैट्रिक्स मल्टीप्लिकेशंस डिफाइन किया हुआ है. सो अगर तीसरा मैट्रिक्स भी है तो ये कंडीशन तभी सेटिस्फाइड होगा कि अगर ए बी और बी सी मेरा डिफाइन हो, तो उसके साथ सी मैट्रिक्स को अगर इस तरह से रखें तो ए बी के साथ मल्टीप्लाई करने के साथ सी, या फिर बी सी मल्टीप्लाई के आगे में ए मल्टीप्लाई करें, सो इसका वैल्यू जो होगा वो सेम होगा. ठीक है. दिस इज द फर्स्ट property of matrix multiplication, that is the matrix multiplication is associative, it obey the associative rule. The second one is matrix multiplication is distributive over addition. So for that we have some rules, that is number one, if B and C are matrices of same order and capital A is a matrix such that A into B plus C is defined then A plus B into C is equal to AC plus BC. So here we are saying that if A, B and C are matrices of same order. That means as we know that the matrix in matrix addition, two matrices can be added or subtracted unless if their order must be same. So here B and C are two matrices of same order, and A is another matrix which is multiplied with B plus C. Then in this case AB into C is equal to here B plus C. Similar way we can write it as A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. In the same way, number 2, if A and B are matrices of same order and C is a matrix such that A plus B into C is defined, then A plus B into C is equal to AC plus BC. So these are two matrix multiplication rule in distributive property. Then the third one is third property, multiplication by identity matrix. So in this case, if capital A is a non-zero matrix of order m into n, and Im and In are identity matrices of order m and n respectively, then Im into A is equal to A is equal to A into In. सो यहाँ पे हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि अगर A कोई नॉन ज़ीरो मैट्रिक्स है जिसका ऑर्डर है हमारे पास m इंटू एन का, और आई एम मीन्स आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स को हम लोग आई से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, और नीचे में जो भी लिखा रहता है वो उसका ऑर्डर रहता है, क्योंकि आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स एक स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स होता है, स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स जिसका नंबर ऑफ रो और नंबर ऑफ कॉलम सेम हो. सो अगर आई एम मेरा एक mth ऑर्डर का आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स है, आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स हम लोग जानते हैं, अगर हम लोग I2 का बात करें तो ये होता है 1 0 0 1. सो इट इज़ द identity matrix of order 2. Similar way, IM और IN दो identity matrix है order M and N. Then अगर A के साथ इसको मल्टीप्लाई कर दें, प्री मल्टीप्लाई करें या पोस्ट मल्टीप्लाई करें, तो इसका वैल्यू जो है वो सेम रहता है. इसमें वैल्यू A का चेंज नहीं करेगा, मैट्रिक्स एज इट इज रहेगा. The value of matrix is as it is, which is multiplied by any identity matrix. Now, next is the powers of matrix. We can write it as the positive integral powers of matrices. So, if capital A is a square matrix and A into A is defined in this case, A into A is equal to A square. Similar way, we can write it as A square into A is equal to A into A square, which is equal to A cube. In general, A into A up to M times is equal to A to the power M. Now, A to the power M into A to the power N is equal to A into A up to M factor and A into A up to N factor, that will be equal to A to the into A up to M into N factor. So the value of this is equal to A to the power M plus N. Again, we can write A to the power M to the power N is a matrix, any order of any square matrix. Then A to the power M into N. This value of A into the power AM to N. And if I be a unit matrix of any order, then I square I cube is equal to I to the power N is equal to I. Okay, so these are the properties of matrix multiplication, that is distributive law, associative law, multiplication of identity matrix, and positive integral of powers of matrices. So in the next class, we will see the some problems related to matrix multiplication of two matrices and properties of matrix multiplication.